So, last year, when I saw the environmental report that the United Nations had put out, it says we have 12 years to limit our contribution to climate change. That really resonated with me, you know? I reinforced that fact that we all have to make sacrifices in order to undo some of the damage of previous generations. One of my New Year's resolutions was to limit my own carbon footprint and start to take extra steps beyond just being vegan to, limit my carbon footprint. So once March came around, I really started getting ideas of making drastic changes, like going low waste, reducing all my plastic consumption, Then I had this idea in kind of like March. What if I got rid of my car? I started thinking about how difficult would it actually be to go without a car that I had worked so hard to save for. And I had spent over $6,000 buying a car, and I did it all on my own. I realized that even though I had spent so much money on this car, there was something that was far more important to me, and that was my concern for the environment. So I listed my car online, and sure enough, I sold it. Now I ride a bike. Doing that in a combo of public transport, which includes, the bus, which goes right through town, goes throughout the county, and there's like the Sunrail, so it's possible to get to Central Florida, to Orlando and whatnot. But it's actually been a refreshing routine. I've had a lot of fun being able to bike and get in some of that fresh air. I first had the idea when I thought to myself, how hard would it be to switch up the lifestyle in order to, reduce that radius of travel? Because most of us are going only, I'd say 10, 15 miles throughout the week. And I realized that I only had to go to work, to the gym, maybe around to see friends, to the grocery store. All of that could be accomplished if I just shortened my radius of travel. Ultimately, I made this decision because I hope to never have to own a gasoline or diesel-powered vehicle in my lifetime. I hope to get an electric vehicle, probably start with an electric bike, and then, as I work my way towards my 30s and 40s, maybe I can get a electric car and work towards more sustainable power sources. So this is my bike ride home. It's on my way to the gym, it's on my way to work. Honestly, it's really not that bad. It's actually quite peaceful. I'm in the middle of a trail. But it's amazing that with the status of climate change, we know, the climate crisis, impending doom. Included in the Paris Agreement, it states that the peak of humans emitting carbon dioxide especially must be by the end of the year 2020. It's almost the end of 2019. Yeah, it's 1 year away, and that must be the peak of us emitting carbon. That's a long shot. Just being honest, that's a long shot. So I acted. I couldn't help but act. Every time I turned on my car, I never felt good about, what I was doing, turning that key. Sure, making that change, it was drastic, and I had to change my life a little bit, but honestly, it's an improvement. This has been nothing but an improvement so far. I get to enjoy the fresh air. I get to get a little bit more of a workout in. I get to bike to the gym and bike home. It's only 2 miles. These changes are totally feasible. It's just our society doesn't normalize changes, especially environmental changes. Really, I just wanted to maybe inspire someone to make some changes. And no, I'm not advocating that everybody give up their cars and start biking around, although that would be nice, because the more people that bike, the more public transport and roadways would reflect the amount of people biking. I'm not advocating that everybody gives up their cars and starts biking. I'm simply advocating that we all make changes because the earth needs us to. Whatever steps you can take this week, this month, this year, do your best. Try. Whether it's reducing your plastic consumption, commuting in different ways, doing beach cleanups, any steps that we take can help inspire others. And that's what this is going to take. Everybody getting together to solve the problem. So I plan to keep documenting my cycling journey, and I'm excited to get started on electric vehicles, an electric bike. That'll be an awesome step, and yeah, hope to see you around.